All right, welcome back to 10 MBA friends. As you can see, my hair has progressed and has come a long way. It's super long now. Today we're going to talk about, actually not just today, but the next few episodes, we're going to go into the various definitions of branding. That's what we're going to do. Let's go. If you have been in this course of branding, or you do branding, or you're thinking about getting some branding done, what would be good as a starting point is to understand the definition of what branding is. And since this channel seeks to explain anything under the umbrella of brand awareness, let's talk about the various definitions of branding. And my goal is really to hyper simplify it for you and making it actionable, applicable, executable, other words that end with able, and that's the goal. So branding has many complicated and very design jargony definitions. But for the purpose of today, let's talk about how we perceive branding from the various experiences, learnings, and books that we've gone through so far. So brand. Really what it is to me, a simple definition is making your brand a friend. So when you think about branding, you should think about how do you make your brand a friend to the customer. Change the perspective and the paradigm from my brand is trying to convince this person or this customer to buy my product. Instead, focus on my brand becoming this guy or this girl or this family's friend. Okay, so let's break that down. What exists in a friendship? What exists in a friendship? Many things, such as conflicts, quarrels, and squabbles included. But ultimately, what are the foundations, the building blocks of a friendship? Let you guess. It's been a minute. Okay. So what it is, I believe, or we believe, some of the things that need to exist in a friendship kind of relationship is, first of all, connection, right? You don't really become friends with somebody, with some stranger that you have no ground or commonality or anything neutral that is connecting you both. Maybe like you become friends with someone who plays the same sport, listens to the same band, likes the same kind of hairstyle, whatever it is, something that connects you. So there has to be a connection. Friendship is give and take, but primarily really to just be with a person, right? To have a relationship. So instead of focusing on a transaction, focus on a relationship. I mean, after you connect, you build on that and it becomes a solid relationship. Third, you need to have trust. Your friend has to trust you. You have to trust your friend, or else why are you friends? Right? Why will you be friends? So all of these things are developed through the fourth point, which is communication. You need to kind of constantly communicate. I don't know. Friends, for some reason, like to chat, like to text, like to hang out, see each other in a coffee shop for no reason at all, but just to communicate. And in the process of communicating, you get to know each other more. The more you get invested in the relationship, the more loyalty you have for each other and the more you have each other's back. And that's the kind of focus or shift, or you kind of switch to that so that you can build a relationship instead of a transaction, so that you can create loyalty instead of just one-time purchase. And what it is, you have this kind of loyalty that you have fans that will fight for you, that will fight tooth and nail for you. And if you think about branding that way, it becomes less of a corporate, less of a professional exercise, but more of a human kind of exercise. And so what you're going to go through is humanizing your product. It's thinking about how people will be able to connect to it, how people will be able to relate to it, how people would want to constantly communicate with it. Our main issue when it comes to developing brands or products, and I'm talking generally all of the businesses, is that the moment we launch into it, we see it going out into the market, we think that it has to be plastered and really well manicured to look like something professional and something well made and etc. And that's all well and good. You have to think about that, but you lose sight of humanizing the product, which is the very reason and the very principle that allows advocacy to happen, or not even just advocacy, even awareness or even action of buying and patronizing your product or your brand. So I know that it's a lot to kind of absorb and think about, but really, if you understand the point of this video, it becomes a more simple, less complex, and kind of a more actionable intention versus the other way, which is to kind of, set up a facade for your brand that people are persuaded to do that. Look, friends rarely ever need to persuade each other. We just need to say, hey, you want to hang out? And that's enough. I don't need to sell the idea to a friend. And neither does a friend have to sell it to me, because I just want to be hanging out. I just want to see my friend. So I'm hoping that this video kind of enlightened you a bit, because branding shouldn't be a painful exercise. It shouldn't be a chore. It should be something exciting and a fun activity for you and your team to do. It should be something that excites you, that, oh my God, we're going to go do branding? Oh, that's cool. Because what happens in that exercise is you find the soul of a product and you assign it to a product or a brand. And that is always why we are here. That's why we are here. We find meaning in the work that we do, and we want to create meaningful things and meaningful work, so that at the end of the day, we define success by the number of friends we have. Yeah. So I'm hoping that this concept and this video explained well and expounded well. And I'm hoping that in your journey of branding and towards brand awareness, you will find this to be useful and you will remember it for the rest of your business life. Anyway, that has been the thought and the idea of this episode. See you on the next one, where we will unpack branding some more. Peace out.